On January 21, 2025, Panama initiated a comprehensive audit of CK Hutchison Holdings Ltd, a Chinese-linked port operator, focusing on 2 ports near the Panama Canal. This move comes in response to former U.S. President Donald Trump's renewed threats to reclaim control of the canal, raising concerns about the influence of China on this critical waterway. Background: CK Hutchison Holdings Ltd, led by Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing, has held a 25-year concession for port operations granted by Panama in 1998. The concession was renewed in 2021 by the Panama Maritime Authority, allowing CK Hutchison to continue its operations. However, the recent geopolitical climate, characterized by rising tensions between the U.S. and China, has placed the company's operations under scrutiny. Timeline of events: 1998, CK Hutchison is initially granted a 25-year concession for port operations near the Panama Canal. 2021, the Panama Maritime Authority approves the renewal of the concession. January 20, 2025, Panama's Comptroller's office dispatches an audit team to the local offices of Panama Ports Company, a subsidiary of CK Hutchison, marking the formal commencement of the audit. January 21, 2025, Trump, during his inauguration speech, reiterates claims that China is exerting control over the canal, while Panamanian President José Raúl Mulino asserts the canal will remain under national control. Purpose of the audit: the primary goal of the audit, as articulated by Comptroller General Anel Bolo Flores, is to ensure compliance with the terms of the concession, particularly concerning revenue sharing with the Panamanian government. The audit aims to verify whether CK Hutchison has been transparent and efficient in its use of public resources, especially given the increased cargo handling since the concession was first granted. Financial implications: CK Hutchison's port operations have become increasingly profitable, contributing approximately 15% to the conglomerate's profits in the first half of 2024. Much of this growth has been attributed to enhanced cargo handling in Central America, where the company operates several ports. However, the ongoing audit raises uncertainties surrounding the company's future in the region, particularly amid proposed changes to U.S. trade policies under Trump's administration. Political context and geopolitical risks: Trump's administration has historically expressed concern over China's influence in Latin America, accusing governments in the region of allowing Chinese intervention. Trump's comments about reclaiming the canal have amplified suspicions regarding Panama's dealings with Chinese companies. Despite these claims, the Panamanian government has consistently denied any significant Chinese presence in canal operations. The audit is seen as part of a broader strategy by the Panamanian government to reinforce its sovereignty over the canal and demonstrate accountability in its dealings with foreign entities. The outcome of the audit could have significant ramifications for CK Hutchison, particularly in terms of its operational capacity and financial obligations in the region. Conclusion: the audit of CK Hutchison by Panamanian authorities reflects a complex interplay of local governance, international relations, and corporate accountability. As the geopolitical landscape continues to evolve, with rising tensions between the U.S. and China, the implications of this audit will extend beyond financial assessments, shaping the future of foreign investment and operations in Panama and potentially influencing broader U.S. Latin American relations. 2025121 CK Hutchison Holdings Ltd. 1998 CK Hutchison 25. 2021. 2025120. 2025121. 1. 2. CK Hutchison. 3. CK Hutchison 202415%. CK Hutchison. CK Hutchison. CK Hutchison. CK Hutchison. The audit initiated by Panama against CK Hutchison Holdings Ltd, a Chinese-linked port operator, has significant implications that many may overlook. Here are the key points and why they are important. 1. Geopolitical context. The audit comes amid rising tensions between the U.S. and China. Former President Trump's reiteration of claims that China is meddling in the Panama Canal affairs is not just rhetoric, it reflects a broader narrative of U.S. concerns over Chinese influence in strategic global infrastructure. This audit may be seen as Panama's way of asserting its sovereignty and aligning itself with U.S. interests, which is crucial for maintaining its international relations and economic partnerships. 2. Historical background of the concession. The original concession granted to CK Hutchison in 1998 was for 25 years, and its renewal in 2021 indicates a long-term relationship. However, the audit aims to assess whether the terms of this concession have been adhered to, particularly regarding revenue sharing with the Panamanian government. This scrutiny could set a precedent for how future concessions are managed and monitored, potentially affecting how foreign investments are perceived in Panama and beyond. 3. Financial implications for CK Hutchison. CK Hutchison's ports operations contributed about 15% of its profits in the first half of 2024, primarily driven by increased cargo handling in Central America. The outcome of this audit could impact the company's profitability and operational strategies. If the audit reveals discrepancies, CK Hutchison could face penalties or be compelled to renegotiate terms, which might affect its overall business model in the region. For public trust in governance, Panama's decision to conduct a severe and strong audit signals its commitment to transparency and efficient use of public resources. This is significant in a region where governance and corruption are often scrutinized. By taking a firm stance, the Panamanian government may bolster public trust and enhance its reputation among international investors, potentially leading to increased foreign direct investment. 5. Potential for trade policy changes. The audit occurs at a time when the U.S. is contemplating changes to trade relationships with various countries, including China. The findings of this audit could influence U.S. trade policies, especially if they unveil significant issues regarding compliance or governance that could be used as leverage in broader negotiations with China. 6. Impact on regional stability. The audit could have ripple effects in Central America, where CK Hutchison operates multiple ports. If the company faces operational difficulties due to the audit, it might lead to job losses or reduced economic activity in the region, thereby affecting regional stability. This could also provoke reactions from local governments dependent on the economic benefits provided by CK Hutchison's operations. 7. International business environment. The scrutiny of CK Hutchison reflects a growing trend where governments are increasingly vigilant about foreign enterprises operating within their borders, particularly those linked to nations perceived as strategic adversaries. This audit may signal to other foreign operators the need to comply strictly with local laws and regulations affecting how international business is conducted in Panama and similar markets. In summary, while the immediate focus of the audit is on CK Hutchison's compliance with its concession terms, the broader implications touch on geopolitical tensions, financial impacts, governance, trade policies, and regional stability. Understanding these interconnected factors is essential for grasping the significance of this audit in the context of global dynamics. 1. Geopolitical context and tensions. The audit of CK Hutchison Holdings Ltd by Panamanian authorities is set against a backdrop of rising U.S. China tensions, particularly as former President Trump renews claims regarding Chinese influence over the Panama Canal. This geopolitical context emphasizes the fragile nature of international relations and the implications for global trade and investment, especially as the U.S. seeks to counter China's growing presence in strategic regions. 2. Financial accountability and compliance. The audit aims to ensure that CK Hutchison adheres to the terms of its 25-year concession, particularly regarding revenue sharing with the Panamanian government. This reflects broader concerns about financial accountability in foreign investments and the need for transparency in the management of public resources, especially in key infrastructure sectors. The audit's findings could have significant implications for CK Hutchison's operations and profitability in Central America. 3. Impact on CK Hutchison's business operations. CK Hutchison's ports business, which significantly contributes to the conglomerate's profits, is under scrutiny due to its strategic importance in Central America. The audit's potential outcomes could affect not only CK Hutchison's future operations in Panama but also its broader regional strategy amidst changing trade policies and regulatory environments influenced by U.S. China relations. For domestic political responses, the audit highlights the political dynamics within Panama, where government officials including President José Raúl Mulino reaffirm control over the canal amidst external pressures. This situation illustrates the intersection of domestic politics with international relations, where local governance must navigate foreign interests while maintaining national sovereignty, particularly in the context of infrastructure crucial for national and global trade. 1. Suez Canal Crisis. 1956. The Suez Crisis was a diplomatic and military confrontation involving Egypt, Israel, France, and the United Kingdom. After Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal, which had been controlled by British and French interests, Britain and France sought to regain control through military intervention. The United States and the Soviet Union opposed this action, leading to a withdrawal of the invading forces. The crisis highlighted the geopolitical significance of the canal, much like the Panama Canal's importance in global trade and politics. 2. The Panama Canal Treaty. 1977. The Panama Canal Treaty, signed by U.S. President Jimmy Carter and Panamanian leader Omar Torrijos, set the course for the gradual transfer of control of the Panama Canal from the United States to Panama. The treaty faced significant opposition within the U.S., particularly from conservatives who feared that handing over the canal would compromise U.S. interests in Latin America. The treaty's implementation and the subsequent transfer of control in 1999 illustrated the complexities of U.S.-Panama relations and the strategic importance of the canal. 3. The Hong Kong Handover. 1997. The handover of Hong Kong from British to Chinese sovereignty marked a significant geopolitical shift. The arrangement allowed for one country, two systems, granting Hong Kong a degree of autonomy. However, tensions arose as China tightened its grip on the region, leading to protests and international scrutiny. The geopolitical implications of the handover, particularly in the context of U.S. China relations, resonate with the current scrutiny of Chinese investments and operations in strategic locations like Panama, reflecting concerns over influence and control. The recent audit of CK Hutchison Holdings Ltd by Panama is a significant development in the context of rising geopolitical tensions, particularly between the U.S. and China. This audit not only scrutinizes the financial practices of a major port operator but also reflects broader concerns regarding foreign influence in vital infrastructure such as the Panama Canal. As we look to the future, several predictions can be made about the implications of this audit and the evolving geopolitical landscape. 1. Increased scrutiny of foreign investments. In the coming years, we can expect a heightened level of scrutiny on foreign investments in critical infrastructure, particularly from countries viewed as strategic competitors. Governments around the world may implement stricter regulations and audits similar to Panama's actions against CK Hutchison, particularly in sectors such as transportation technology and energy. This could lead to a significant shift in how international businesses operate and invest in foreign markets. 2. Geopolitical alliances and tensions. The tensions between the U.S. and China are likely to intensify, influencing global alliances. Countries in Central America and the Caribbean may find themselves caught in the middle of these superpower dynamics, leading to a re-evaluation of their economic partnerships. Nations could increasingly align with one side or the other, either to gain economic benefits or to secure political support. The situation in Panama could serve as a template for other countries facing similar pressures. 3. Impact on CK Hutchison and similar companies. CK Hutchison's operations in Central America could face significant challenges if the audit reveals compliance issues or if the geopolitical climate worsens. The company's future may depend on its ability to navigate these challenges and maintain good relationships with both local governments and its home base in Hong Kong. Similar companies with ties to China could also be affected, facing increased regulatory hurdles and potential backlash from governments wary of foreign influence. 4. Shift in trade policies. With the U.S. administration under Trump proposing a global trade overhaul, we may witness significant changes in trade policies that could impact not only CK Hutchison but also other international companies. This could manifest in the form of tariffs, trade agreements, or restrictions specifically targeting countries perceived as threats. Such changes would reshape trade routes and economic strategies in the region and beyond. 5. Strengthening of domestic port operations. In response to concerns about foreign control over critical infrastructure, countries may prioritize strengthening their domestic port operations. This could involve investing in local companies, enhancing capabilities, and implementing policies that favor national over foreign operators. As a result, the competitive landscape for port operations may shift, potentially leading to the growth of local enterprises at the expense of multinational companies. 6. Increased nationalism and populism. The audit's backdrop of U.S. political rhetoric could signal a broader trend toward nationalism and populism, where governments prioritize their citizens' interests over globalization. This could lead to an increase in protectionist policies impacting trade relationships and foreign investments. Countries may adopt a stance that emphasizes economic sovereignty, reshaping international trade dynamics and cooperation. 7. Potential for new international regulations. The scrutiny of CK Hutchison may spark discussions about the need for new international regulations governing foreign investments in critical infrastructure. Countries might come together to create frameworks that ensure transparency, accountability, and equitable profit sharing from foreign operations. Such regulations could help mitigate risks associated with foreign control while balancing the need for investment in infrastructure development. Conclusion. The audit of CK Hutchison by Panama is more than a financial review. It is a reflection of the complex interplay of geopolitics, economic interests, and national security. As we move forward, the implications of this audit will likely resonate across borders, influencing investment strategies, trade policies, and international relations. Companies operating in this landscape will need to be agile, responsive, and prepared for a future that may be characterized by increased scrutiny and evolving geopolitical dynamics.